up, Facebook friends, family, Max Muscle friends and family? I'm Banya, and we just finished painting me up with some Pro-Tan. If you don't know what that stuff is, let me show it to you. So Pro-Tan is a solution that I like to use to get darker, because when you're under those stage lights, you know, it washes you out and it washes away the detail. And in order to be a bodybuilder and to have the definition that you need on stage to actually look good and to show off your muscles, you need to be really, really dark. So as dark as I am, you know, I'm a black guy, but at the same time, under those lights, some details do get washed out. So I use this stuff, and it takes a while to apply. It's really, really messy. You know, I've got some on the floor and stuff, but it's the type of thing where it's totally worth it. You know, there's some cleanup involved, but it's totally worth it because it gives me the color that I need. And I just want you guys to take a look at my physique after I've applied the Pro-Tan. It's not totally uniform just yet, but if you take a look, you can kind of see how it brings out the details. You know, and if I squeeze my legs, you can actually see, you know, the different muscle groups, the detail, the definition, it's all there. You know, Pro-Tan, it makes all the difference. If you're not going to use Pro-Tan, there's other products out there, but I highly recommend it. I've been using it since I started competing back in 2009. I've never had a bad experience with it just because, you know, I apply it and I take it off immediately after the contest. So right now we're just going to kind of turn around and show you what I look like. And afterwards, you know, we'll do a few poses and just kind of give you an idea of a little preview of what I'm going to look like on stage. But this is just in the hotel room right now, so we're at the Marriott, and it's a pretty nice room. So I guess we go through a few of the poses. One of the more popular ones that people like, the abs and thigh pose, because it really shows how aesthetic you are if you have a smaller waist. So and the key to posing properly is being able to hold and hit your poses. So as you can tell, I get a little winded, and that's because I'm trying to squeeze every single muscle. So posing isn't easy, and I definitely need to keep practicing because you got to be able to hold them for a while, because sometimes these judges, you know, they keep you up there and they have you pose from one person to the next, and they do different comparisons. So you never want to seem like you're tired and out of shape, because that's not what competing is about. You're supposed to personify health. Even if you don't feel healthy, you want to look healthy and act healthy, okay? Another really popular pose is the most muscular. And there's a bunch of variations. One of my most favorite is the hands clasp most muscular. It looks something like this. Another one is the hands on hips, most muscular. So like the hands clasped, you're not taking them, putting them together. Rather, you're putting them to the side on your hips. And you want to put one of your legs out. Another variation of the most muscular is called the crab most muscular. So I always, to get into character, you know, I like to psych myself up to it. So instead of just hitting the pose, I kind of have fun with it. So, you know, I open up, get my arms out, and I squeeze into it. So those are the variations of the most muscular. There's a lot of different ones you can do. You can position your hands in different ways, but ultimately you're either doing the hands clasped, hands on hips. You can do hands behind your back if you want to also. And moving from that, we have another pose. So there's one called the front lat spread. Also front double bicep. So there's different ways you can do it. You can keep your legs closer together if you want, and just open up and go into it. Or you can put one of your legs out, which I prefer to do. So it's a staggered stance. Now neither one is right, neither one is wrong. It just depends on what you like to do. Sometimes the judges will tell you to do it a certain way, and you just have to follow directions. But personally, I like to do the staggered stance. I think it's better for my physique, but either one will work, you know. You can also do these poses from the rear. So to do that, you would turn around. And you'd also position your feet a little different. So you want to have one leg behind. You spike the calf, they say. You squeeze. And we're going to hit a rear lat spread. And you got to hold everything the whole time you're doing it. Now we're going to do a rear back double bicep. And there's some poses you can do from the side also. So from the side we have a couple poses like the side chest. And also the side tricep. And that covers most of them. I don't really think I missed any just now, but I need a breather. That's good.